Good evening, folks. It's 2142 on the third day, 10th month, 2022. In Australia, it's the fourth day, 10th month, in a different time of day. Right, as we're watching the EMF aiming the storm, I'll show you. I had a little, I'll call them a tickle. I got a tickle here, a tickle here, a tickle here, tickle here, tickle here, tickle here. It's created a corridor for the stuff to go down. It really can't fully go into the coast until these turn off. But as this goes off here, you see it's going to be a little less fuzzy. Watch. As we roll it. You'll start to see the storms come into this area. But this is still staying on hard. And this is staying on a little less. So you're going to start to see a fold. Right? Because this will still back up while this is coming around, causing a bend. Right? The momentum of this has got to have somewhere to go. So eventually, it backs up. It just folds on itself, like this, and that's what's going to happen. And when that does, then this will turn off, and this will come in. You're looking at about 20, 28, 36 hours. Watch. Here it comes. This is the weather plan. Right, the NT, well, getting rain in that line of chem that we've seen, and the line of chem that I continue to see. In these areas of these lakes. Getting it. Heavy rainfalls for Adelaide as predicted, and here comes the lightning a little later today. Here in about, well, if that's 7 a.m. my time, you're looking at about 9 hours. Right in there, so the heavier thunder and rain will come in, and that means that these radars have pretty much gone off. If this one stays on hard, that won't come all the way through, and it forces a slide. So I'll be watching for that. That's one of those ones I say you got that the radar is going to control. See, it's on, but it's not super hard. It's not a big pulse like this one. It's not blasting that side or that side. It's just aiming toward the storm. This aim toward the storm. Very oval. Bzzzzt. Getting fried. Kentucky fried, even. Yeah, it's Charlieville. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I'm just trying to read this beam. There's the lack of coverage here, like nothing's going on over Warburton. You know, but when you see all this crap, you see it trailing over the top. You can see it right here, but nothing's showing up on your radar. So let's see if we can get this to roll. I know last time it wasn't behaving. So I yacked my way through this part. Hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope the sound's working all right. I hope that your hopefulness has got hoped out, right? And came to be finally, right? Because, you know, hoping will kill you, you know. If you're getting up every morning wondering if something happened, rather than being your own happening, well, then nothing happened. Right? Not even you. You stalled your life. Man, go live it. Quit fearing up things. Okay, come on, roll. There we go. Only a little motion on this. Right, I wanted to see this. Look at these plumes here, right? Booming and booming and booming and booming and boom, boom. This one's even racing ahead. Going ahead of the cloud. Right here. Rockin' man. Burning up a doob up there alone. It looked like somebody burning a doob. And look at this. This is the path of the rain. Look at this wave come through. Right here. Faster. It's raining chem. No hallelujahs. It's raining chem. Raining chem. That's an EMF blast going through a bunch of chem. And that's going to pin this sucker. That ain't going up north anytime soon. It's going to creep over. That's going to cause the storms. Because as this wave comes through, it's pushing all these particulates that are really small together. And the droplets are getting bigger. And they're still going up and down in the updrafts and downdrafts and through the cold air and freezings and stuff. And if they go up and down enough times to get heavy, it could fall as a hailstone. And I'm watching for that. That's a bad thing that happens when they get big. See this boom boom plume here? Isn't that a strange arc? It's not an ark with a covenant, that's for sure, or not a covenant that you and I would want to be a part of. My goodness, there's the dominoes. Dominoes. I'm going to look and see if the sound is going on. Yep, working fine. Thank you very much, Janine. Just having to see your name. Oh my, look at that. Man-made disasters, and they're just talking about it. Those poor folks, when that happens. They're probably hitting you up for money. Recovery help available now. Has anybody out there received $1? Tell me, please. Well, they said sometimes you'd get 1,000. Anybody got it? When these radars are on like this chem's going to ride this corridor. It has to. It can't go south of this. The heated outflow's pinning. This wave's come through, blasted from this next route. You see that beam shoot out there, Bzz, right at the end? That's that waveform that came through in this direction, and it pinned the storm line here. And the storm's going to follow this line of chemtrails. It's going to follow this line of crap. Yep. So when we read the chem, we know where the rain's going to be on this particular event. You could put out so much chem that the particles stay so small that it'll never rain. Right? You can use chem to stop rain, particulates. You know, that's just how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loopiness is going on. That's a chem. Like old low tide. Oh, the smell up there must be, oof. You going through on an airplane, suddenly you go through a big pack of fart smell. Hey, what's going on? Hey, we're going to make a sudden banking turn now. Why? There's a fart cloud up ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, 2, 3, 4, marching down your nose, up, 2, 3, 4, up to no good. Some things are just up to no good, and they hide things from us, like the names of perverts. Hashtag expose the 28. And let's get this in the open, in the light of day, like this is. This is in the light of day, right? This is going on. I just use an infrared, but it's literally in the light of day right now. You'll see it. Look at that. Look at that blast. That's EMF going through a bank of chem. Look what it did to it. Dispersed it all, and they deployed more bombs as it went through. Bomb, 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 bomb. Look at this bomb off the coast of Brisbane. Wow, that's blatant on the low deck. See it? I'm going backwards in 10-minute jumps. And a chem revisited. Hey, coming back in customs, please. See, that is a bomb line. But look here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Southern Cross. When I seen that Southern Cross for the first time, I ain't so happy. This is a bomb field. Look at this one going off here. What's this, some kind of Aztec thing? Is it Chinese New Year? Is it the Ayatollah? And over my whales, a big bomb goes off. And another one, and another one, and another one. Bomb, 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 backwards bombings. Zoop, let's follow this bomb plume, right? It starts here. And in 4 hours, it goes over to here. Just bombing away. Coming in and going. Bombing in and bombing again. And as it got closer to the whales, the bombs really kicked off harder, heavier, more. More. And you're getting itchy eyes, ain't you? Everybody's saying their eyes have been burning. You got the star formation right off the tip of Fraser Island. And over the Great Barrier Reef here. You have a chem-bombination going on. You have a crime scene. The gas chamber has come for the water mammals. Yep. And the reptiles. And the amphibians. All of them. All of them. It's not fair. Crikey. Really? What if people want to save all the animals and all that? Well, look what they're doing. What you're asking to be done. Asking for it. Y'all asking for it. We'll bear the karma of it. My goodness. What a chem-bombed up bunch of doo-doo. Alice. Look at the fryings going on. Look at the swastika here in the sky. The gas chamber has come to you. Literally. That must be one of those Klaus Schwab chem bombs there. Family recipe. And they keeping it just as secret. Just a little Mengele cocktail. Have it, have it, have it, have it, have it. My God. The V shape to that. Over the top of the rest of the clouds. That's a very high level dispersant of a very triangular looking nature there. Not of a human, well, maybe a human nature, but not a mother nature, is it? No. Chem bombs over here near Charlieville. This is your weather this morning. And my time. Or your time. Are you having a good time? Go on with the windy is your sunny day. Bye. Big chem bombs between Charlieville and down here in Cobar. Taking the old crowbar to you in Cobar. Look at the straight line to that. I mean, come on. That ain't blatantly man-made. You just are clueless. Clueless. Absolutely clueless, people. This is geoengineering at its worst. When it's causing harm. Look. Look at the squareness of these clouds. Look at the domino. Look at the flower of death. Confront this. Accept it. Take it on board. It's going on. Now let's get it to stop. Let's get this chem bomb to stop. That's huge, and it's in the upper atmosphere. Might be closer to the satellite. Is why it's looking larger than the others. Maybe it's 5 or 10 miles higher than the other clouds. When they're doing something 20 miles high, and you're flying a jet 11 miles and 10 miles high, I imagine that somebody's getting really high off the profits of doing this. And the prophets are telling you what's going on about the people making too much profit. And what do? You kill the prophets. You shoot the messengers. I ain't no prophet either. I wouldn't want the responsibility of the hoodoo voodoo that goes with that. I just tell you what's going on. It's too obvious. To state the obvious don't make you a prophet. It means you opened your eyes and used your noodle for something besides a hat rack or a twat rack in some people's cases. Or maybe the hair's growing inside their head and tickling their brain. They can't realize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chem bombs have gone up and it looked like a flower with a stem over here off Gundawindi. You see it? That's a chem bomb coming over Australia. Blatant geoengineering. So here is the weather plan. The weather plan clearly can be summed up in 2 words. You're fucked. Deal with it. Here it comes now. Seeing you in the NT. Thank you very much for the shirt hat. I love it. My God, that's a lot of lightning kicking off all at once. Look how many square miles of lightning you got on. You could power the world for a day off all that. Cook a hell of a hot dog. Or the goannas. Put them up in the air on a spike, and then you go outside later. Your dinner will be cooked when the power goes out on the 4th when the CME hits about the same time this storm is going on. Anybody figured that one out yet? Make sure you unplug some stuff when that thing comes by. Yep, Burke, New South Wales. These are heavy storms. You won't even know which place to point out is getting it bad because y'all are just getting it bad. But that one slath is getting it worse. They're getting a crowbar to Cobar, and it's going to last a few hours. And it's some heavy downpours all the way through to Sydney, all the way on down to here. I told you so. Maybe you'll stop busting my balls about giving you a forecast. Here it is. Rain again. It ain't started to kick off up here. You ain't done. You ain't over yet. Here it comes again. Whammo on Thursday. Back across the state line it comes. Crossing the line, getting ready for your Friday protest, and you need to use your roads, and whammo, Melbourne, your big event looks like it's going to have to be a bit soggy. Whammo, New South Wales event looking like it's going to be a big soggy. And, well, we don't want to leave Gate B out of it, but it looks like you won't be. Actually, you might make it through Saturday. So far, Gate B is clear for the weekend. Hey, that's a good news. I like good news. I'm not believing it either. There's too much moisture offshore. I'm not buying this. I say bullshit. Look at that swat. That means this radar is going to stay on and pin that. that means that these beams that I picked up here, right up here, are going to stay on. To do that move, you have to leave those on. So you will be seeing strong beams from them. But as the main body of the storm comes through here, that will shut off. It has to. That will shut off. It has to. But for now, it has to stay on. And then guess what? You'll see when it moves to here, you'll watch Selleck's Hill and them kick on. Yeah, to force this along, and it'll do a pulse. Boom, 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 like that to clear it over. Yep, that's just how it works. When you see the weather playing and you studied how the moves go, you could predict the EMF blast. And so when I read those on, that's how I understand what it's going to do. Right? That comes from experience. You know, you could read a book about sex, and I'm sorry, you might be too afraid to do it. But you know what? If you do it enough times, you'll know how to do it. And this is weather. I know how to do it. All they want to do is do it. G-O-G-O-G-O-G-O-G-O-G, engineer. Charlieville, cops it Saturday. Have it, big old line from Longreach all the way down to Dubbo. Great big heavy rains. Boom, boom, go your plumes. That's not good for you guys. Okay, let's look at your accumulations. This is not good. Not good at all. They're saying here, they're saying here, they're saying there. And I say, you're fucked. That's your 10-day. That's just saying a consistent going on over here of what's been going on. And over here, yeah, getting a little bit less than what's going here. Right, because you're showing an uptick about just under 50. But here, yeah, bad. Yeah, you guys are so fucked. Well, you know what? When you let your forest burn down and you don't confront what people tell you about laser jet planes and how these things going over you are fire accelerants, nanometallics like aluminum, barium, strontium, sulfurs, titanium oxides, and other oxides are fire accelerants. Yeah, you make firecrackers out of them. Look at this. Flower of death. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. And the rains will come in the path of these chemtrails over the next 24 hours. And this stuff that's streaming over now is laying the chem. That'll be those totals that you're going to see later in the next 48 hours as these come across. I'm looking way up the road now. Now, I called one up to here, which will be about 3 days from now after this. It's coming, man. It's coming. Yeah, here's one here. That's going to stall. When that comes through to here, this still has to come around. Right? So that ain't an over. There's no way. Nope. But with a pressure like that could cut that off quickly. So all you got to do is put a super low here to make the lean happen this way. Hey, look. The super low's over here. It can lean this way. New low dog under Africa. Right? It's all about knowing the moves. It's all numbers, pressure, flow, predictable. Predictable reaction. It's just like putting up a political meme. You're going to get a predictable reaction from a predictable people. Right? Yeah, it's easy to trigger a Karen. And snowflakes are going to melt. By that weekend, they will. I don't think that's going to be a new snow day. I think that's going to be I don't know, maybe more of a Wicked Witch day coming. Melting. Well, I tell you what, it's time to expose who's wearing the shoes behind the curtain that throws the switches that makes the wizard do the wizardy whizzes. Because you got to remember, there's no place like home. And this is your home. You got to look out for it. You got to keep an eye on yourself. And you got to stay positive. It's rain. You're going to be... I see every bit of 3 more weeks of this. Sorry to be the bearer of it. In very regular events. And that's what I wanted to show you. The wind accumulations are the same. You're going to have some very dangerous conditions up in the mountains. My voice is about gone. But, you know, that's just how that goes some days. There's been a lot of forecasts going on. Even on the side screens. The temperatures wise, with this heat down here the way it is, it's a recipe for the disaster. All that heat. So, yeah, you're going to get some warm going on up here. Very warm. Bzzzzt, microwave will heat your ass right on up, won't it? Yep, and put a blanket of chem, and the heat never leaves out at night when it's supposed to. And you got the recipe for again, hot and cold mixtures right down here in the corner, and all the cold moisture there, all the hot moisture's there, and well, that means only one thing: when it's that moist, you're fucked. Yep, you're absolutely fucked. That's what a shame. He said fucked. Yeah, and if you don't like it, the second word after that is off. Now let's look at your accumulation. Oh my god. Yeah, you're going to have some big time full on rain, full on wind. That's bad. That means some of your gusts could be knocking shit over. It's putting a load on some stuff. Yeah, those weak barns that have been taking it back and forth, for storm from one direction this way, get it from that direction now, and then from that direction. And you keep moving things in that many directions, things are going to break, including bridges. And I won't be surprised if some of your infrastructure are going to lose the end of a bridge soon, because the erosion on the banks says that's got to happen soon. They weren't designed to have this many in a row. Bridges up here are because in the monsoon season. Over here, man came too soon and learned to control the weather, or at least learn how to practice doing it. About like medicine. They practice, don't they? Yeah, they do. You don't see nothing but treatment wards in hospital. You ain't no curing wards there. Look at that. That's chemtrail over the ocean. I just seen it at the last frame. Boom, bada boom, 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 boom. Went to plumes and away went the sunny day for those folks. Chem bombs over here, spelling out the demise of this area where the rains are coming. The rains are coming because the rains came because the geoengineers were not stopped. Yep, and it's not airplanes doing this. So quit saying it always is. You see a path swirling like this over here? No, I see chem bombs going off though, because those would show up some of these weird patterns. Look at the star formation here. And with that, I'm going to leave you with Starman in your sky. And it's bizarre, man, how you let them spray the skies. God have mercy on us human beings, Homo sapiens, if we don't become humane beings. Big love, peace to all the humane beings out there.